This isn't a story about players hoarding Robux or showing off rare skins. It's the legend of Digital Noon, an event that took place on the server of the oldest and most forgotten place, erased from official search results back in 2014. It all started when a streamer named Archizero stumbled upon a broken link on a forum. The place was simply called Empty Brick 1999. When he entered, he was greeted by the classic interface of old Roblox, grey blocks, square clouds, and complete silence. But there was one catch. There was a single NPC on the map, a standard noob, who didn't move. When Archie approached him, a line spontaneously appeared in the chat. "Have you come to collect your palette or become a color?" Archie laughed, thinking it was an old script. But as soon as he pressed ESC to exit, the Leave Game button simply disappeared. The screen slowly began to fill with a bright purple. That night, the server didn't shut down. On the contrary, other players began to flock to it. People in Bluxfruits, Adopt Me, and Brookhaven suddenly saw a strange system message. Warning: reality calibration required. Their characters teleported to Empty Brick 1999. By midnight, there were already 500 people there, but it was no longer an empty world. The blocks began to morph, transforming into giant, surreal towers composed of players' inventories. Some saw their old swords from 2012, others lost accessories. Fun fact: chat worked differently in this place. You couldn't write yourself, the game broadcast your thoughts. If you were afraid, your avatar became transparent. If you were angry, sparks of old fire particles flew around it. Something players later dubbed the Glitch King appeared in the center of the map. It wasn't a hacker. It was a living data array, a collection of all the deleted items, banned accounts, and forgotten developer ideas. It spoke in a voice that sounded like a mashup of every sound effect in the game, from the classic oof to an explosion. "We are what you threw away." Everyone simultaneously shouted through the chat. "We are what remained in the trash. Now we will build our own Roblox, where nothing will be deleted." The world around them began to collapse. Gravity ceased. Players flew among the rubble of maps they recognized. Pieces of the old work at a pizza place. Walls from natural disaster survival. It was a digital apocalypse on the scale of a single server. To stop the Glitch King, players did something no one expected. Instead of fighting, they began using the delete tool and old blue hammer, not on the monster, but on themselves. They realized the Glitch King was feeding on their data and history. If they cleared their inventory to zero, becoming a default avatar without a single accessory, he would lose his power. One by one, 500 players discarded their skins. Limited editions, expensive hats, custom animations, everything was lost. When the last player became a blank, standard cube, the world of Empty Brick 1999 couldn't bear the emptiness. The server crashed. All players were thrown back to the main menu. Archie checked his account. It was empty, as if he'd just registered. But one item had appeared in his inventory, not found in any catalog. It was a small grey brick with the inscription, "I was there when memory became architecture, the 5th of July 2026. Since then, no one has seen that place again. They say it only appears when too many people value pixels more than the game itself. And if you ever see a question about palette and color in chat, it's best to just turn off your computer."